Hey, today I'm going to show you how to make a quad diaper cake. So I'm really excited about this project because I'm making it for my sister's baby shower. So these are some of the supplies that you're going to need. These are the cute things that you're going to need. So I'm going to bring it closer so you guys can see. So if you guys can't already tell, we're making a Pusheen baby shower theme. So we got Pusheen because he's going to be riding our quad cake. You're going to need booties. You're gonna need bibs, diapers of course, receiving blankets, oops, there you go, receiving blankets, and then you're gonna need a sippy cup, preferably one with handles. Actually, that's the only one that I know to use. And then you're gonna need a dishwasher basket. So other important things that are not so cute but you need is you need 2 paper towel rolls, obviously used because these are going to be the axles for the wheels, and you're going to need some ribbon, and I'm using a 1.5 inch ribbon, and you're going to need elastics, if you can see that there. I'm kind of going with a stretch here because I'm using the larger one of these ouchless elastics. Honestly, I couldn't find your typical rubber band, so that's also a good option for you, but I found that the larger size of the elastics of the ouchless ones, they work pretty well. All right, so let's get started on designing the wheels. Okay, so to make a wheel, you're gonna need 12 size 1 diapers. In total for this project, you're actually gonna need 52 diapers. So if you can do the math, 12 right times 4 wheels is 48 wheels, and then we have 4 extra diapers that we're gonna actually stick into the axles to kind of give them a little heft. So to make the wheel, this takes a little bit of practice, but basically what you do is you just start layering the wheels. You start layering the diapers. So you have 1 diaper here, you stack one on top of the other, okay? So it's kind of like maybe 1 inch difference, okay? So you stack them. All right, so since we're starting to see how this is gonna all come about. Some people like to use like a pie mold to help with the shape, but I mean you can use your body as well to get it going. Believe it or not, I got like 3 more to go and then I can close up this circle. Alright guys, so what I have done is I have kind of like stacked them like that so that they're at least like 1 inch apart. And so what we're gonna do now is, if I can get the camera going here, is I'm going to try and wrap them up into a wheel shape. So this takes a little bit of practice, but it all comes together. You can see the wheel is starting to take shape. It's a little hard to see. But you start to make the wheel like that. So you just kind of roll it. All right, these ones here. And then you hold it. You grab a rubber band. I like to just kind of open it a little bit just to make it easier. I hold the wheel against my body and just slowly make my way across and over the 12 diapers. So here's where a larger rubber band would probably work better. But I just kind of like the fit of this, so I don't mind it. And then what you do, depending on how you get the wheel going there, we have to kind of create the hole where the paper towel roll is gonna go. So just, it's just a matter of just accommodating the diapers, and then you got your wheel here. Okay, so here, I already did the other wheels. All right, so the next thing that you do is you take your paper towel roll, which is gonna act as your axle, and what we're gonna do is we're going to stuff one diaper in, at every end. So to do that, you take one size 1 diaper, roll it, and stuff it. So like I said earlier, when you do this, you just give the axle a little more heft. And so what you do is you have 2 axles, so you have to repeat with the other row. So once you've created your diaper stuffed axles, it's time to connect the wheels to the axles. So here's my first wheel. You want to make sure you have that nice little hole there, right? You are going to just slip it through gently, because you don't want the wheel to misalign, right? And then I got my other diaper wheel here, and I'm going to gently insert it there. Okay, so here we go. So as you can see here, we've created the diaper wheels with the axles, and we're gonna get ready to place the dishwasher basket, because that's going to be the base. We're gonna place it there, but first I'm gonna show you a cool trick that we do with some receiving blankets. But before I show you what we're gonna do with the receiving blankets, I have to tell you that we have to wrap up the wheels, because we want to hide the rubber bands. We don't want them to be visible. So you can do that with any cute design of a 1.5 inch ribbon. So here's a recap of what it would look like. You just wrap a ribbon around the center of the wheels, and the way that I fasten them actually is I love to use glue dots. So I just use 2 glue dots on the end of the ribbon. I stick it on, and voila, there you go. So I'm gonna do that with the other axle, and then we'll get started on the next part. So our next step is to take one of these 3 receiving blankets, and actually we're gonna cover the axles with it, but I also just wanted to kind of bring to your attention, and you probably already do this too if you're into do-it-yourself, but we have this nice little ribbon here that I'm thinking I can probably use this somehow in the project. So I never like to throw out things if I can. I like to reuse, and so when you have pretty little details like this, it's just a shame not to kind of incorporate it some way, don't you think? So for this next part, you want to make sure that you fold the receiving blanket lengthwise, and that it is as wide as the width of the dishwasher basket. Okay, so we have placed the receiving blanket underneath the axles, and what we're gonna do is we're just going to wrap it around. Try to make sure that there's no wrinkles. All right, and then what we're gonna do is we're going to secure it with some tape. For the next part of this cake, what we're gonna do is we're going to take another receiving blanket, and we're going to make the handlebars. So again, you're just gonna fold lengthwise, and then what we're gonna do is what we're gonna do then is we're going to rubber band the ends to make them secure. This is what it should look like. So just the ends are rubber bands. And then the next thing that we're gonna do is we're going to take the dishwasher basket. Now, your choice whether you want to take the package materials out. I just did. because I thought it would look nicer, but you can definitely leave it there so that you know who you're intending this gift for, that they know that it's brand new. Being that it's my sister, I can, you know, I'll just tell her I just took it off and it doesn't matter to me. Okay, so what you're gonna do now is you're going to take the dishwasher basket and you're gonna place it not at the edge, but close to the edge, okay? And then we just have to line this up perfect. Like that. Okay, so before we go ahead and attach the handlebars together, we're going to take the sippy cup. This is a Newbie Stage 3 wide neck bottle to cup sippy cup. And that's gonna become our headlight. So you're gonna place it right there. And what we're gonna do is we're going to put the ends of the receiving blanket right here, okay? So then you see that this is coming together and it's gonna look super cute. All right, so where are my rubber bands? They're right over here. Let me just switch. Grab a rubber band and secure it in place. One little tip that you want to do is you want to make sure that the receiving blanket that you use is actually long enough for this project. I'm not quite sure if these receiving blankets are actually long enough. I'm just going to continue with the project and see how it goes along, because you're going to see what we do with the handlebars. It's a cute little technique and it actually might be able to make this work. But let me see. Yeah, so the receiving blanket that I'm using is a 28 inch by 28 inch. You might want to try something a little bigger if you want a longer handlebar look. But so far, this is what I got, and it kind of looks like a little bunny. But let's go to the next step, okay? So the next step in this project is actually taking a cute bib, and these are from Chickpea. I just kind of like the bandana bib look, but you can go for the more traditional one, that's fine. And what we're gonna do is we're just going to cover the front of the basket like so. So if it is that your bib does not reach across, and you can't connect it in the back, like what's happening with these bandana bibs, is I'm gonna improvise and I'm just gonna tuck it in. And if I have to secure it with tape, I'll secure it with tape, okay? It's not a reason to panic, you know, we just have to improvise and just continue to have fun with it. All right, so to cover the tops of the handlebars, what we're gonna do is we're gonna add some cute little socks. I love these because they're like the little kitty cat theme, which is what we're going with, so that's why I had to buy them. They may be a little long for the project. Usually they do require booties, but because our receiving blanket is a little short, I'm actually kind of happy that they're longer because it could make the handlebars longer. So what I decided to do with socks that are a little bit longer is, for example, this is the same exact sock, but only in yellow. And it was too long when I put it on the handlebar as is. And then when I tried stuffing it with another sock, I actually started to weigh down the handlebar, so it didn't look very natural. So what I did is I just rolled it in a little bit and I placed it over, and it's perfect. They're cute little handlebars. So the next step is to just connect all the pieces together. So we have the wheels with the axles, and now we have the actual top part of it. We're gonna place it there, and what we're gonna do is we're going to place a ribbon around the receiving blanket and around the back of the basket just to further hold it into place. So as you see here, I tied a ribbon around, and what I did do is, if you see here, I put 2 glue dots underneath. I folded the ribbon under and I put the 2 glue dots, and then I just secured it with a piece of tape there, just so it'll hold into place. And so now it's time to put on our star of the quad cake. So here is the end result of the diaper cake. Just a couple of things. One thing is, if you'll notice on the back wheel there, I did run out of ribbon, so I have to go to Michael's to get ribbon for that last wheel, but that's not a big deal. And the last thing that I wanted to show you guys is how I secured Pusheen to the quad bike. So he's a hard character to kind of fit because he's round and he's not going to sit on top. So I took a ribbon and I just kind of just attached it to the front. And then I curled it on the ends. And the other thing that I did to secure him in place is I took his little paws and I looped the end of one ouchless rubber band to the end of one of the sippy cup handlebars. And that also gives a little bit more security to make sure that Pusheen doesn't fall off his quad bike. But I don't know about you, I'm like super psyched about this quad cake and I can't wait for my sister to see it. So this is the final quad cake design. As you can see, I had to change the ribbons around because I had run out of the other ribbon, and then when I went to the craft store, they had run out too. So it's always good to have a plan B. So what I added, in addition to changing the ribbons, is I put a cute little bow tie on top, and the ribbon does say it's a girl. It's hard to see. And then I kind of placed little yarn ball rims or hubcaps. I really don't know what they're called, but you know, that's another thing that you might want to take into consideration when you make your quad cake, that there's going to be that space there, and how are you going to fill it. So because I had some extra yarn balls from the centerpieces, oops, there's a receipt, I just decided why not stick it in the holes. So that's my baby girl Pusheen quad cake. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you want to try to make your own quad cake, make sure to share it with the group. I'd love to see it. Have a great day. Bye.